All I know is I'm really glad that my gym is so close to where I live. So, a funny thing about me is that I need all barriers removed so that I am more willing to actually work out. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know a lot of people, if there are restraints against them or if they feel like it's too difficult to work out, it will make them more likely to skip their workout. And so that's one of the reasons that I chose a gym that is literally 7 minutes from my apartment. I chose this place because I knew that if it was any further, I'd be less likely to actually work out. When I lived in Tampa, there was a gym that I used to work out at, and it took 30 minutes to get there. And I noticed really quickly I didn't go because I didn't want to drive an hour round trip for an hour long class. And so that it was just one barrier to entry that was just a pain for me. Like it set up a roadblock for me. And so because of that, I kept giving myself an out like, oh, it's going to take too long to get there and it's going to take too long to get home. And what's the point? And so if you are looking for a gym, I recommend that you look for one that's as close to you as humanly possible. But it also has to meet other markers for me. Like I had to have a place that not only was close, but also did the group fitness. I knew I needed group fitness because that is going to be the thing that's making me more likely to actually show up and work out. Another thing that I highly recommend you do, and I've talked about this in previous episodes, is make sure that you put out your gym outfit the night before. You don't want to have to be looking around for your outfit whenever you're trying to get to the gym. Every single thing that you can do to make it easier for you to go to the gym, I want you to do it. If that means getting your drinks ready to go the night before, if that means putting out your shoes and your outfit close to the door right before, or whatever that may be, everything that you can possibly do to remove restraints, I want you to do those things because I don't want you to have any excuses that hold you back from actually going to work out. So, those are just two things that I would highly recommend that if you are considering starting a gym routine of your own, to find a place that's close and remove all possible constraints to make sure that you actually get this done. So yeah, those are just two things that I really recommend is that you find a place that's close and find everything that you can possibly do to make it easier on you to actually go. Oh, third thing, and I've talked about this in previous episodes, but I'm going to say it again because this is kind of like a whole episode dedicated to all the things that you need to do to make sure that you actually show up to the gym. And that is make a date in your calendar. If you are like me and you have appointments that you set in your calendar, set an appointment to go to the gym. I actually have appointments in my calendar every single day for every single class that I plan on taking. And I took it a step further. I added in entries in my calendar that say, start the car and go to the gym. I added those. Oh, and the drive time. I added the drive time to come back home because just that simple step of adding in additional information makes me less likely to schedule something that's going to prevent me from going to the gym. So those are just some simple things that you can do that I would recommend if you are trying to start working out more. Start doing them. Make it easier on yourself. The easier you can make things on yourself, the more likely it is that you're actually going to do them. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope these tips were helpful. Onwards and upwards, my friends. Have you worked out today?